Welcome to Asan Science YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing one more important topic related to TET Science paper 2. So see here, the chapter name is tissues. The definition of tissues is given in previous video which was about the cell. So please watch that video for more updates. So see here, the first question is the tissue that is present in fast growing region of the plant is meristematic tissue. So plant tissues are broadly classified into two types. One is meristematic tissue and other is permanent tissue. So see here, meristematic tissue is located in three different regions and that are known as apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. In this diagram, you can see three type of meristematic tissue. So apical meristem is usually found at the top of growing regions such as root and shoot tips. So its main function is to increase the length of the plant. So next is intercalary meristem that is found at the nodes only. So next lateral meristem helps in increasing the girth or thickness of the plant. So this is the diagram of a distribution of meristematic tissue in a plant. So next question, the tissue with large intercellular spaces that supports to plants for storage of food is a parenchyma. So see here, parenchyma tissue shows a characteristic feature, that is presence of large intercellular space. So main function is to of the plant is tissue is to support the plant and store food. So in the leaf, mesophyll cells are nothing but a type of parenchyma only that helps to produce food or to perform photosynthesis. In aquatic plants, it helps in buoyancy or floating. So see here, next question, the tissue which allows easy bending of various parts of plants without breaking is collenchyma. So collenchyma helps to plants for easy bending without breaking of their parts. So next question is the dead tissue that makes plants hard and stiff. So example is sclerenchyma. So sclerenchyma consists of two type of typical cells that are nothing but fibers and sclerites. These are present in for example husk of the coconut shell. The pores located on epidermis of leaf and helps in exchange of gases are known as, here is the answer is stomata B. So stomata are minute pores that are located on a leaf epidermis through which gaseous exchange takes place. One more important phenomenon through stomata is known as transpiration. Transpiration means the removal of water through aerial parts of the plant in the form of vapor is transpiration, that also takes place through stomata. Next question, the constituent of xylem tissues are. So xylem tissues is made up of four type of elements. Those are tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. These four different type of cells constitute xylem tissue. The tissue that conducts water and minerals in plant is, so here answer is xylem. Xylem helps in conduction of water and minerals and other liquid things in plants, and answer is C, xylem. Next question, constituent of phloem tissues are. So phloem tissues is also made up of four type of cells, that is sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. So see here, sieve tubes and companion cells is known as sister cells because they are the result of a division of a single cell, and that's why companion cell contains nucleus, whereas sieve tubes is divide of any nucleus. The tissue that helps in translocation of food in plants is phloem. So phloem helps to translocate prepared food from leaf to various other parts of the plants. So see here we will discuss about animal tissues. So function of animal tissues is different from that of the plant tissues. So see here, skin epithelial cells are arranged in many layers to prevent wear and tear and forms a which tissue? Answer is stratified squamous epithelium. The tissue that forms the lining of kidney tubules and duct of salivary glands and provides a mechanical support is a cuboidal epithelium. The blood has a matrix called plasma which is made up of. So see here, blood plasma is nothing but a colorless liquid which is made up of proteins, salts and hormones. So other constituents of blood are RBC, WBC, platelets also. So RBC helps in transport of oxygen, whereas WBC are nothing but they provide immunity by killing the bacteria, and platelets those help in clotting of blood. Next question, both bone cells are embedded in a hard matrix, actually it is matrix, that is composed of which substance? So here bone cells are embedded in a hard matrix and that is made up of calcium and phosphorus. Next question, two bones are connected to each other by which of the connective tissue? So ligament is a connective tissue which connect two bones with each other. Next question, what connects a muscle to bones and other type of connective tissue? Here the answer is simple, tendons. It connects muscles to bones and other type of connective tissues. The connective tissue which is found in the skin, muscles, around blood vessels or blood vessels, nerves and bone marrow is areolar tissue. The tissue that stores fat and acts as an insulator and also as a shock absorber is a adipose tissue. It lies just beneath the upper skin, so it provides insulation against cold and it's a best shock absorber. The movement of alimentary canal and contraction relaxation of blood vessels are controlled by involuntary muscles. So see here, there are voluntary muscles also which we can control through our will. For example, muscles of hand and limbs we can control through our will, but alimentary canal contraction of blood we cannot control with the help of our will. Those are always controlled by involuntary muscles only. The muscle which control rhythmic contraction relaxation throughout the life are cardiac muscles. So see here, these cardiac muscles are very strong. They start to work before we take birth. So these are very strong muscles and are known as cardiac muscles. So last question is here, the functional unit of nervous tissue is a neuron. So don't get confused with nephron. Nephron is a functional unit of excretory system or kidneys, but nervous tissue is made up of a neuron. The structure of neuron is here for given for your reference. So see here, it's a typical neuron or nervous cell. It consists of nucleus, dendrites, axon, nerve ending. So these neurons carry messages in the form of electrical impulses. Thank you for watching video. For more updates, you can subscribe my YouTube channel Asan Science.